What's up, guys? It is Dallas Gordon here, back with yet another video. So today I'm talking to you guys for some tips on quitting your 9-to-5 job, throwing your 9-to-5 job the deuces and going into full-time entrepreneurship. I want to talk to you a little bit about that and talk to you a little bit about my journey with that. Welcome to the channel. If you are new here, thank you so much for stopping by. On this channel, we talk marketing, motivation, and the spiritual stuff too. So feel free to stick around if you enjoy this video. And my go-getter tribe, you know who you are. Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back. Thank you so much for your support of the channel. And guys, if this is the content that you want to see more of on YouTube, give it a vote of confidence by thumbsing up this video and dropping me some comments. That would be really, truly appreciated, as it does help to show this channel to more people and it helps with our growth. Thank you in advance. So, okay, guys, today we are talking about how to ditch your 9-to-5. So for those of you who are out there who are working your dream job, you are doing your thing. Like right now, I'm working my dream job. So, you know, recording these videos and doing my thing. Some people might say, oh, you pack boxes, you're a subscription box owner, you're a coach, you're this, you're that. Those things don't seem enjoyable, but for me it is. So I'm not going to knock people who have actually found their dream job and they're happy in their job. That's not who I'm talking to. I'm talking to the people who are employees of companies that they don't want to work for. They don't care for what they do. They feel like they have a higher life's purpose than sitting behind someone else's desk, and they really have the strong desire to sit behind their own desk. So what I do want to put out there is this disclaimer, that if you do want to chuck the deuces to your 9-to-5 and start your own company, it is not the easiest thing that you are going to do, and it is a journey. For most people, it's not at the snap of the finger or the blink of an eye that this happens for you. It takes perseverance, heartbreak, disappointments, blood, sweat, and tears, and work for most of us to build big companies, to build successful companies. So I want to put that out there first, that entrepreneurship is not for everyone. So if you are looking for other jobs or not other jobs, but if you're looking for a different opportunity or business model outside of working for someone, really make sure that you have the proper mindset and proper expectations in place for leaving your 9-to-5. Okay, so I want to put that out there first. So guys, I in my past worked as a payroll manager. So I crunched numbers all day. I really like that job. I've been doing that job since childhood. My parents had a business, so I actually was the payroll person at their business from like 8 years old. They trained me really, really early. Then when I moved on from their business and went to find my own job outside of their company, I kept with the same career and I grew from there. And I pretty much climbed pretty high, most likely as far as I could go as a payroll manager. And I felt like I really did have like the dream position. I really did have like the office with the view, you know, friends at work, the greatest boss ever. It was just really, really nice. We had a nice new cozy office. It was quite the commute from home, but it was a really, really good job, and I loved it. But one thing that was missing was that I've also been dibbling and dabbling in entrepreneurship since childhood. I feel like I was raised for entrepreneurship because my parents were entrepreneurs. So I learned by example. So it was naturally in me to want to start my own, to want to be a boss, to want to run my own company. And I think that with my personality type, guys, I really don't do well sitting between a square, which is a desk. I don't learn well that way. And I like to move around a lot during the day and don't like to have to do anything. I like to make choices, right? So I fell out of love. I think that sometimes when we reach where we think we've been aiming to go for so long, sometimes we get there, we look around and we realize this isn't really what I want. I think I was really aiming for something else. But through that and through getting to management and being able to manage other people, it gave me some really, really great skills for my business today. So I want to use my own experience of ditching my 9-to-5. I ditched my 9-to-5 pretty fast. I mean, I think for a long time I had been feeling like, is this really for me? You know, I kind of envisioned myself doing something else, but I couldn't figure out what it would be. So I feel like we already started sort of manifesting that a long time ago. So I feel like when I really decided that I want to be out of here, that's when things really sped up for me. So in this video is very much off the cuff. This video is very much on the fly. I'm just really kind of talking to you. I don't have any notes. I got a pad on my desk that has nothing on it for this topic. So bear with me as I kind of get this out. So first of all, guys, if you want to leave your 9-to-5, really try to know what you want. Try to know what you want. So if you don't want this, what would you want outside of this, and what does that look like? So I normally like to just start with my pen and a journal, and anything that I want, I start manifesting that on paper. The best way to do that is just really to start journaling about what you do want. So if this isn't my ideal life, what is it that I do want? Let me start writing this down on paper to see what that looks like. So some of you may really have an idea. You may be watching this and you have an idea of what you do want. You know that you always were great at baking, and so you want to start your own bakery. You know that you are great at accounting, so you want to start your own accounting firm. Some of you already know exactly what you want to do, so this part will be easy for you. But for those who sort of know that something else is calling you, start to journal on a daily basis and start to ask, if God is who you pray to, God, show me, what is it that you want me to do? If you're talking to your inner voice, just speak, show me. Spirit, show me. What do you want me to do? Where are you leading me? Speak to me. And just start writing down what kind of comes to you. So what would I like to do? And what would life look like if I were doing that? So number one, have an idea of what you want to do and put that on paper. For those of you who know what you want to do, number two is start making moves while you are at your job towards what you want to do. So the good news is some of you guys can actually hire virtual VAs who can actually help you to get certain filing and things done to put your business in place while you are at work. If you don't have someone like that, are there some hours during the week, after hours, or on your lunch break or whatever, hint, hint, that you can dedicate towards your business? So maybe, you stay, if you have a house full of kids or whatever the situation is, you may stay a few minutes or something after work every day to do another thing for your business. And it doesn't need to be more than one thing a day. I would suggest and encourage you to do one thing towards your business to get you closer to your goal every single day. Because if you take one move, trust me when I say you move faster than having a whole list of things to do and then just don't do any of it because it seems overwhelming. So one thing a day is cool. Okay, just get one thing done. So that's number two. So number three, change your perspective about work. Change your perspective about work. I feel like that is super important. A lot of us are looking at working for someone else as some sort of curse, as some sort of problem. But how would we feel if our employees or our team felt that way about us? How would we feel if our team is like, oh, I dread this job. I hate what I have to do for her. Or I hate what I have to do for him or whoever. I can't stand it. I can't wait until I leave here, and I literally do nothing I'm supposed to do on this person's time. I'm like the worst employee ever. Where do you think that is going to get you? What you reap, you basically reap what you sow. If you are on someone's time and they're paying you, and with their time you're not using it wisely and you're not doing what you're supposed to do with that time, how do you expect to ever hire a team of your own and have them to respect your time and hours and the pay that you're giving them? So the 2 and 2 does not go together. So change your perspective about your job. That's number 3. What I mean about that is I consider, especially if I'm looking to be a new entrepreneur, I consider a job seed money. Seed money. Write down seed money. That's what your job is. What do I mean by that? Is that you have an amazing opportunity to use the work that you are doing to be able to sow into your business. Whereas someone else who has nothing, no job, no seed money, they are so further away from starting a business than you are. So if you look at the money you're making as seed money and not as some punishment, I mean, you chose to get the job. This job has helped you pay your bills and to make things happen for you. If you can make that paycheck work for you, you can change your perspective. So no, I'm not really working for anybody else. I'm actually making this situation work for me. So by showing up here every day and doing what I need to do and having a great attitude about it, this is opening doors for me. This is working for me. So if you can change your mindset to realize your job is not your enemy, it's actually good news that you have seed money to plant into your business, a lot can change for you that way. Number 4 is do not complain. I know that sounds crazy. Challenge yourself to go 30 days without complaining about your job. I'm talking no complaining. I'm talking normally you meet in the break room for coffee with a coworker, and your favorite thing to do with that coworker is to complain about how much you hate the job. They don't give you enough time on break. You can't stand the owner of the company, or whatever else the situation might be. Stop. Just hush. Okay. Stop complaining about your job, because every time you complain, you're going to be presented with more things to complain about, and your job is going to continue to be the nightmare that it is to you, and you are not going to get out from it because you keep trapping yourself with your words. Those words have to go somewhere. So when you keep putting those words out there, you are almost making it impossible to break free from this thing because you just keep complaining about it. I don't remember what number we're on, but stop complaining about your job. The last thing is stop throwing water on somebody else's fire. That's the best way I can say it. Stop raining on other people's parade, y'all, with your words. So what I mean by that is every single day when I worked at my job, I walked across the street. There was a Target across the street. So what I would do is go out on my lunch break, and this was years ago now, and I would shop for stuff at Target. I only had 30 minutes to be on my lunch break, so I was sort of rushing because I needed to eat too. And I would see these women with their babies on their hip or in strollers with coffees. They had on sweat clothes, so clearly they weren't working, and they were meeting up with friends for coffee at Target and just living their best life. At the time, I was newly married. I was pregnant. And I really was resentful of those ladies. I was like, ugh, it's because they're this demographic or that. That's why they're able to be out there doing this. Or it's because of this. Or it's because I was making all these different excuses. And my excuses for them to be out there with their babies during the middle of the day were all limiting excuses. They were all complaints that were limiting me, not limiting them. So anytime you look upon someone and you look upon their success, or if they have something you want, or you feel jealous when you look at someone, ask yourself, why am I jealous? What can I learn from this? And a lot of times the main reason we're jealous of people is because we're envious that they have something we don't have. Instead of being jealous, reverse it and praise them, because if they could have it, that opens doors for you. That makes it a possibility that you can have it. So it really is a good thing that there's evidence out there of that thing that you want, and you should rejoice in someone else winning. So I stopped saying, it's because they're this. That's why they're out here to be with their baby. It's because they're that. This is why they're out here with their baby. I started saying, wow, that is so sweet. I love it that they're out here with their babies. I love it. That's going to be me soon. That's what I started doing. Another thing, I had a dream board at work. If you can have a dream board or some kind of picture at work, and that's another point, is that bring your dreams to work with you. Bring it to work with you. So even if on your job they won't allow you to have a whole collage sitting behind you, maybe the public comes in. Like in my particular job, I never saw the public because I was a payroll manager. So I was behind the scenes. So no one ever visited my office except for other coworkers. I had a dream board at work. And a lot of my coworkers were just like, what is that? Can you explain it? And I was like, well, this is a dream board. This is what it does, whatever. It really worked for me because every day I looked at it and I envisioned myself doing those things. If you can't do something so extravagant, do something small, like a picture that reminds you of being on the beach or wherever you want to be, or something that you would much rather be doing. Have it right in front of you. My last one is, which is pretty radical, when I really was in alignment with me just manifesting the deuces, like leaving, I cleared my desk. So the only thing that I had at work other than me and my dream board was a pen, my purse, and the computer that they provided me. I didn't have pictures up. I didn't have plants everywhere. I didn't look like I was staying there. There was nothing there. So when I did finally walk from my job and I was done, I didn't have anything to pack up. I was just done. There was nothing there anyway, right? So don't get too comfortable somewhere where you don't plan on staying. I feel like that helps a lot. And just a little bonus tip, be the best possible employee you can be. Remember, you reap what you sow. You want it to be a situation where they're crying when you leave, or they're begging you to stay. That's how good you want to be at your job. You want to go as far to the top as you possibly can everywhere that you are. And I take that attitude with me every single place that I go. And I think that that's why I can't help but to continue to create my best possible experience here on earth, because every single place that I go is the best possible representation of me. I'm going to go all the way to the top. You give me crumbs, I'm going to make a pie out those crumbs, okay? I might not like my environment, but I'm going to do the best possible that I can do and be the best possible that I can be in that environment. And that's why I'm able to create such a beautiful life. And that's why you can too. So I hope that this helps you guys. Definitely let me know in the comments if it has helped you. I want to hear all about it. And don't forget about the society I have coming up for business owners who want to run a more spirit-led business. The link to the waiting list is in the description box. So be sure to click that and check that out, guys. And thanks for hanging out with me today. I'll see you guys soon.